All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Virtual IIB on this Friday. We are going to be talking about Google Hangouts today. It's kind of Google's chat. It's like Skype. It's got a little bit of chat, just instant messaging. It's got some video calling as well. And then it also can make free long-distance phone calls, which is a huge feature. So I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my desktop. So there are a few ways for us to get to Google Hangouts. The easiest way, Google Hangouts is actually pre-installed on your Chrome browser. So if you have signed into Chrome using your TSC login, you should see this green icon here with the quotes. This is Google Hangouts. That's the easiest way to get in. When you actually click on it, what it'll do is, if you see in the bottom right-hand corner here, I've got this little box. It will bring up this little box, and when I click on that, then I can see all the chats that I have going on. This is the easiest way to get to Hangouts since it's already pre-installed here. This little box, once I launch Hangouts, will actually stay on top of any of my browsers, any of the work that I'm doing. I can always quit or minimize it. But I like to have it up. It'll give me little notifications that people are trying to message me and let me know if I have any video calls that are coming in or anything like that. So I'm going to go through a couple things on here, and then I'm going to show you a few other ways to get to Hangouts and a few settings that you can use to actually make the most of Hangouts here. So along the bottom here, we've got three settings. We have people, which is all of my contacts. Everybody from TSC is already loaded into your contacts, so if you click the plus button, you should just be able to search for somebody. And you can see that that their email address will come up here in TSC, and then you can click on their name. That just means that I'm adding them to a new conversation. They haven't gotten any notification yet that I've actually sent anything to them. The nice thing about Google Hangouts is that I can actually add multiple people at once. So if I wanted to talk to a few principals at the same time or send them the same message, as well as Devin and the rest of my team, then I can easily click on those names, similar to sending an email to a few different people, and I can either message everyone or I can video call them. Video call would put video for everybody within the Hangout. So if I go ahead and delete these. So that is my people tab. Once I have started a conversation once with everyone, then they will automatically show up. It's sort of like a favorites list that I have here. They'll show up in my favorites, notifying me that I have a running conversation with them. The next section here is your chat box. It holds all your conversations that you've had. It will keep any of that chat history available for you as well. So once you actually start a conversation with somebody, it will go into this chat box here, and then it will let you know the last time that you contacted them. And the final one here is your voice calls. So it has, it's a little misleading because it has dollars here. Dollars are for like super international calls, which I don't imagine that any of us will be making. But what I've been told is that any United States calls or calls to Canada are free. So if I type in my number here, 765-269-8063, and then I can actually call, and that will call my office. Something to keep in mind, since you're calling from Google Hangouts, you're not actually calling from a phone number. So if you plan to contact parents this way, let them know that the number will come up as unknown or anonymous. It won't actually have a caller ID. So you may want to let them know prior to calling using this service that you will be calling from an unknown number. But this is a great way if you've got parents or if you've got contacts outside of 765 and you need to make long-distance calls. This is definitely a great alternative to going and using any of the phones in your building that would have long distance. So I'm going to go back to my chat here. I can always start a new conversation here. Or like you saw, I can start a new conversation by by finding somebody within my contacts here. So this is that is called the Google Hangout app. Like I said, that is pre-installed on your apps page here, and once you click it, it will launch it here on the side. Another way to get to Google Hangouts is by typing in hangouts.google.com up at the top here, hangouts.google.com. This will take you to sort of a web platform of Google Hangouts. It's not necessarily a website. Some of the things that you're going to be able to do within Google Hangouts will automatically load on this page. Other things will actually just pop you back into your Hangouts icon here. So let me move this over to the side. And I'm going to go ahead and start a message with Jenny. And so you'll see I'm going to message her. And then what you notice is that the icon from my Google Apps is actually what popped up here. So I can send her a message, and then she'll get a little notification that says, hey, somebody has sent you a message. A couple of the other options that I have here, which are kind of neat, you can see in the bottom right here that I've got a blinking 1, which means, hey, Jenny has sent you a message. You've got a notification here. I can send emoticons. I've got a couple built-in emoticons for us. I can also send pictures. So if I wanted to attach a photo, it will actually pop up this page. What is really nice is since you're working in the Google world, Google Hangouts, you have the ability to pull from your Google Drive or your Google Photos. I've got a couple albums here of my kids and some profile pictures that I've used, so I can actually pull from photos that I have available, or I can actually upload a photo from my computer. The other thing I can do is I can do a video search, or I can take a picture from my webcam. So you've got quite a few options if you just want to send them a quick picture of something, just to let them know, maybe not a formal email, but you want to give them an idea. The last thing I want to show you here in this chat box is if you hover near the picture, a little pencil shows up. And if we click on that pencil, it actually allows you to sketch a message to them. So if it is something maybe I want to give my students a little drawing or a little explanation, and it might be easier for me to sketch a message, that option is available. I can also add a picture and then draw on that picture. Here's some options. I can change the color, and then I can move back to my pencil. I can change the size of the marker that I have. I can change the transparency of the marker. I can change the shape of the marker, and then I can move my picture around this little box here. And then when I'm done, I can send it off to Jenny with a little message. So Jenny then got my message, my little artwork, and she sent me a little emoticon back. I can have multiple messages open at the same time. If you notice, once Devin got into Google Hangouts, and once he signed in, then I can see that, hey, he's online right now, so let me send him a message really quick. And then what it'll do is it'll actually just stack everybody up along the side here. Let me show you adding multiple people to the same message. So I've got all of my friends here, and I'm going to, I have a message with Devin. So I'm going to start a new message, and I'm going to add Devin and Jenny. Let me see. So I'm going to add Devin and Jenny and start a new message with them. So you'll see now I have individual messages with each of them. I also have this group message here. So if you've got multiple people in this group message, you'll actually see each of their icons show up as a group. When I clicked on everybody's name as well, something that you'll notice, message came up, which we've been doing, and then video call also became available. I'm not actually going to start a video call because I don't want it to mess with any of our audio, but what video call looks like, I'm going to go ahead and move this window over here. Video call looks right here. It will bring up a full web page for you, and then it'll bring up some more options. So a couple of the options that are available within video call, I can actually share my screen, which is similar to what I'm doing right now on any meeting. I can add multiple people to a video call. I can mute microphones. I can turn off webcams. So if I don't want to be seen, and I actually turn off my webcam, what will happen is it will just show my picture from Google. I can play with the audio as well, and there are some add-on features to video calls as well. We're not going to get too far into that today because that's some advanced options, but the video calls are really nice because not only do you have video call, chat as well, and you can add multiple users into those video calls, be able to run conferences that way, or be able to kind of conference with colleagues across the district since everybody has Google available to them. All right, the last thing, and I'm going to go back to this, is that phone call option here. I can save these as names as well. And then I'm going to type in my number again, and I can call. I can also, if I happen to be calling a different area, I don't know when we would be doing this, but if we happen to be calling a different area, it can add these area codes in as well. And then you can actually add in credit. So if you happen to be using Google Hangouts, you've got a brother that's in Germany right now. I do have a brother in Germany, and I would like to call him. I can actually add credit and kind of pay for that long distance using this service as well. All right, at this point, I'm going to open it up to any questions that you have. If you noticed in the chat, Devin did mention that students do not have access to Hangouts at this point, so we don't have to worry about students using Google Hangouts during school or outside of school to do any videos with each other. It is only available for staff right now. So let us know in the chat what questions you have, and we'll hopefully get those answered for you. So a question has come in, is there an app for my phone or iPad? There is actually an app for Hangouts. It works similar to iMessage. You will get notifications on your iPhone or Android phone through Google Hangouts. You can also do video calls that way as well. I would suggest because it'll probably suck up all your data, but Hangouts is available on app and iPhone. So this is a great question. What classroom applications do you see for this? So there is a wonderful author that has been traveling around, Matt Miller, who wrote Ditch That Textbook, and he talks a lot about mystery Skypes. So what he does with his students in his classes, he teaches Spanish, but what he's talked about bringing up into the classroom is actually connecting with somebody on a Google Plus community and having your students talk to them and see what maybe cultural differences they have at their schools and what life would be like in a different country. So it actually allows us to connect with people across the world for free, really, as long as they have Google. So this is a wonderful application. I'm going to send you some resources after we end our conference today to give you a few more ideas or show you what other people have been doing with Google Hangouts. But definitely, they call them mystery Skypes, but really we have moved out of the world of Skype, so we'll call them mystery Hangouts right now. And we'll show you some other extra ideas. Devin has put up a link to the Google Plus community of educators that have been using mystery Hangouts or other people that want to use mystery Hangouts. There are people within the United States and then also across the world that are really able to give you kind of a sneak peek and take your students into their country without having to pay airfare for everybody to go to that country.
Thank you so much for watching Google Hangouts here. We hope you got a lot of information from it. If you've got any questions, let us know. clteam@tsc.k12.in.us.